Turn her back! God damn it, Seth, do it! Yes! Do it, Seth!
And Seth did it. Real Enigmas and Theories is back again with another wellness session, because we definitely need one after what we just watched. Can y'all hear me out there good? Can y'all hear me? Is the sound sounding? Let me know. Okay, we good. We good. We good. Just Jeff says we good. We good. Theo said we good. We good. NR said we good. So we good. Baird, he said we good too. Demo, what's going on? Oh my goodness. Y'all, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Oh my goodness. This episode, this finale, this was better than season 1's finale. It was different. It was so different. It was such a wild ride. I mean, we got a marching band. We got the old school camcorder. The old school camcorder conversation with the 2 marks at the beginning. Tell me that shit wasn't fire right there. Oh man, I mean, this episode was crazy. Yo, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Shout out to Lola. Thank you very much, Lola, for your donation via Cash App. And she says, this here is for the Severance wellness session, in which we will get into that, because we're definitely going to need that. I think I need some wellness session, y'all. So we're going to bring some people up here too. We're going to talk about this episode. You know what I'm saying? I think we should have, a good conversation with a few bright minds. You know what I mean? I wish I could get some other YouTube creators in here. You know what I'm saying? Some of the ones that we know, and some that may not have, a big channel. I wish we could meet here right now and have a great discussion. Where Hacks at? Where's Hacks? Anybody know? Anybody can get in contact with Hacks Dogma? Holler at him and tell him to come through. I'm gonna drop the link. We can come up here and have a much needed well session. I don't care if you got the episodes early. Come up here and rap with us real quick. Anybody know how to get in touch with Sci-Fi Vision? She be in the Discord. I'd love to have her come up. Where's Dana and Scarlett at? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to come up? We're gonna rock. We need some YouTube creators to come up here, and we also need some viewers to come up here, share some thoughts, because this is one of those kind of finales that, let's just get this out the way. Severance season 2 is a 10 out of 10. Every episode was a 10. Every episode had its own shard of greatness within the grand scheme of things. Everything worked very well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us got things right. A lot of us got things wrong. We were guessing. It had us guessing. It gave the answers straight off the rip. Cobell says the numbers are your wife. And I remember saying that in my episode 7 breakdown. I did 2 of them. So it's in one of those if you go look at it. The numbers are the wife. The refiners refine it. The macro data refines the macro level of the numbers, and the micro data refinement are the twins downstairs, and they mimic what the macro are doing, and that creates or prepares the room, which we actually find out that it literally creates a new Innie. I thought that was so brilliant. The goats seem to be standard goats. They seem to be sacrificial animals. And it seems that they have these sacrifices often, quite often. Yo, shout out to fucking, what was her name? Lorne. Shout out to Lorne, AKA Gwendolyn Christie. Okay? Shout out to her. I knew that shit was going to happen. When I seen her and she was kind of crying about, I said, this goat's going to live. We going to see somebody else die. It was a certain point to where I was like, yeah, the goat's not going to die. Somebody else is. And it was so fitting that Evil Hodor was asking for a sacrifice, and it ended up being him. And did you peep the wordplay that they threw in there with the visual wordplay, the blood ties? They were talking about blood ties, and the blood was on the tie. Oh my God. That's a fucking bar right there. Like, they went crazy. The writers definitely went crazy. I can't believe I'm in LA right now, and I'm gonna go see this finale all over again in the same room with Ben Stiller and Adam Scott, Tremel Tillman. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, and I already seen what I'm about to see, and I feel like I'm gonna have an entire different experience. I feel this episode was funny as fuck. Oh my God. I was cracking up. I was rolling, y'all. I had this wellness session set up for 10:30. I had to move it to 11 because I kept laughing at shit and rewinding shit, playing shit over again. You know how I do. I can't do it any other way. I would have did a watch party, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that shit again. but this episode was so fucking funny. Like, the wax figure Kier going back and forth with Milchick. Who the fuck was that? Was that the board? Or was that Evil Hodor? I mean, and you know what? You know, Evil Hodor and I have had a love-hate relationship this season. Pause. He has been the character that I love to hate. I loved Evil Hodor. He earned an alias from me, guys. I loved it. And to see him go is kind of fucked up, y'all. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but I know some of you guys feel the same way. I can't be alone in that. I can't be alone in somebody out there feeling like, damn, Evil Hodor's gone. Like, we just got him this season. So what was dope is they didn't kill anybody that we already knew. They brought a new character in, made him very monumental, and then marked his ass the fuck out, literally with a guy named Mark in an elevator. Daylight is proud right now. And that's a battle rap reference if you guys didn't know. Daylight, somebody called Daylight and tell him if Daylight watches Severance, I know he was thinking marked out. Yes, Evil Hodor got marked out, y'all. By Mark in the elevator with his feet stuck in the elevator. Yo, bro hit the ground. Yo, How about Gwendolyn Christie going snapped on him when he punched her in the mouth? Oh, she snapped the fuck out on him. Like, yo, this episode had it all, y'all. We got a marching band that actually was snapping though. Can you not say that the Cure Him song wasn't fire coming from the marching band? Like, yeah, I was fucking with that. Shout out to that marching band. We need to know who that is. I need to know who that is. They fired. You know what I'm saying? They was on point. When they first popped out, I was like, are they severed? Like, what the fuck is this? Are they severed? And, you know, after a while, because I'm like, what did they do? Just bring a marching band to the severed floor? But yeah, they were severed. I mean, they had the same effect. And Helly has this effect on people, whether it's Helena or Helly. She has a certain effect on people, on the severed people. She had the same effect on the Mammalians when she was showing them Gemma. You know what I'm saying? I want to point out this. Some of you guys have, I'm gonna wait for that one. Let's get to some of these super chats. We got Molly in the building with the super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. Ben Stiller hit Stanley Kubrick level with 210. Yo, I mean, definitely. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you some things that y'all probably didn't notice about this episode. They were stealing shots from all different kind of movies and TV shows and stuff. Like that scene with Mark and Helly running down the hallway, and then they changed the resolution of the shot, and then they freezed it and zoomed in. That shot is very reminiscent of a kung fu movie that I saw. I can't remember exactly what movie it was. There was another kung fu movie shot in there, and it was the shot where Milchick knocks down the vending machine, and then they change the resolution and zoom in on his face like an old school kung fu movie. Then they took something in that same scene, and they took something from the movie Wolf with Jack Nicholson when Milchick jumped on top of the vending machine. That was straight from the movie Wolf with Jack Nicholson. I knew it right away. Okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there were tons of shots like this. I think that I'm gonna at some point do an entire video just about all of the shots that they took from other movies. I'm gonna find the kung fu movie that I can't keep in mind. I can't get it in my head with exactly what movie it is, but I know somebody that I can ask. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, this is from a kung fu movie. They copied this from a kung fu movie. Which one was it? I'm sure he'll know. But I know I noticed it right away. That's what it looked like to me. The shot with him jumping on top of the vending machine, that definitely looked like Wolf with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, this was Stanley Kubrick level. This was beyond that, actually. And that's not to take nothing away from Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick is a GOAT. Like, we don't even have to have that conversation. However, this was way in depth. There was a lot of thought put behind this. It was event after event, snapping back to back. Nothing got boring at all. They showed you how to take an episode that's over an hour long and make you feel like it was 30 minutes. Like, this right here was fire. This was fire. I loved it. Thank you once again, Molly, for the generosity. We got another super chat from Lexi. Drum Major Milchick was everything. Yes, we have to talk about the Drum Major shit. We have, like, the esoteric value that was in this, along with like things like the marching band, the Drum Major, the Laurel and Hardy style back and forth between the wax figure and Milchick. wax figure Kier. You know what I'm saying? We're going to call him Kier Wax. Not earwax, but Kier Wax. We're going to call him Kier Wax. Kier Wax was low-key funny, but he was somebody else's voice. It didn't sound like the same voice that they used for Kier. You know what I'm saying? In the past, you know, his voice was a little bit more harsh. And I don't know if it was because of the performance value that he brought to it or whatever, but Kier Wax was definitely funny though. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was turning his head and turning his hands up and down. He did the as above, so below symbol. Like Kier Wax was on point. Kier Wax. Yeah. But yeah, Drum Major Milchick was everything. He went in. He went in. That was a performance, y'all. Like that was hellified performance all the way out. Bro took it to some real drum major shit with the dance moves and everything. Shout out to Tremel Tillman. You know what I'm saying? I might, before I sit in my seat at the thing tomorrow, I might stand up and hit one of them little drum major moves real quick. If you know what I'm saying, hit one of the moves real quick from what he did, you know what I mean? Because this finale is crazy. I might stand up and do that at the end, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What's going on? Who else is up in here, man? What we got? Okay, so let's do these shout outs real quick. Who's up in? You know what? I looked up and before the live stream even got started, it was 70 people in here. I was like, oh my goodness, we are in here. And y'all was cooking in the chat. Y'all was, y'all already had the wellness session going on. I was like, damn, let's go. Mia Moore is in the building. What's going on? Zachary is here. Yes, indeed. We got Quirky Care. We got Dawn. We got the Manor. We got Certified in the building. C. Quan is here. Brother Big Heck is in the building. Nancy is here. Holly is here. Harry is here. Ethel, what's going on? How's your birthday going? You know what I'm saying? Hey, celebrate your birthday all week, all month if you want to. This is your shit. You know what I mean? Evolve, what's going on with you? Just Jeff is back here. Yes, this ending was as good as season 1 ending, leaving us for a juicy season 3. My sentiments exactly. I'm with you on that 100%. This one was just as good, if not better. Because we didn't get no marching band for season 1, goddammit. We got a marching band. You know what I'm saying? We got a serious death. You know what I mean? I did not think they were going to let Evil Hodor go like that. And a lot of us wanted to see him and Milchick throw hands, but it was him and Mark S. and him and Lorne. But I'm going to tell you something. For a severed individual, Mark S. held his own. He took a L. But he got Big Hodor on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for a severed individual, let's just get this clear. Dude is like 2 years old because he's severed. So his Innie is like a baby, right? So, you know, he's gone through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? He had some bullshit happen to him with Helena. He's got love going on with Helly. He's lost his friend, Irv. Irv is gone. Dylan seemed like he was kind of turning on everybody a little something. I told y'all that was just his traitor arc. I told you that Dylan was going to redeem himself. I told you. I knew that was going to happen. That was just a little traitor arc. That's all that was. Traitor. You know, but he came right back. You know what I'm saying? And he came back in a big way. He came back with a fucking vending machine. How about that? He's the only one we even saw use the motherfucking vending machine. So rightfully so, it was him to bring the vending machine over and block the entrance from Milchick. That was great. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you, Just Jeff. Indeed. We got Just Jeff in the building. We got from the dirty in the building. What's good with you? Ariel's back with us. Mona said, you're bugging. The ending was good. Somebody said the ending was bad. I ain't see that comment. They bugging. But you know, you can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't please everybody. Trust me. Like I think this episode was it edged season 1, actually. For everybody that thought that Mark was gonna have to make a choice between Gemma and Helly, you were right. You know what I'm saying? I thought so too, but I didn't think it was gonna be in the way that they did it, and nobody did. Nobody knew that it was gonna be like Gemma actually getting out at that staircase hallway, and mind you, that's where Helly was. Helly's the only other person we saw go out that door. And that is just so crazy that she was standing at the end of the hallway. And I feel like this, yo. I'm going to say this. Okay? I have to say this. If Helly really loved Mark, she would have told him to go. Like, what she did was selfish. Because him going back in there, I think they're going to be cooked. But I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one for the video. That one, yeah, I'm gonna save that one. But one thing that I can say is this: the way that they left us in season 1, looking at the aftermath, we knew that the OTC had ended because we saw Milchick tackle Dylan in season 1. And so what the cliffhanger ended up being was not them out there, but what the aftermath looked like when they get turned back off. That's what the cliffhanger was for season 1. This cliffhanger is bigger because it's what happens after they kill Hodor. What happens after, the band goes back to their thing. All these things that they left. What's going to happen to Mark and Helly? Are they going to kill Mark? Are they going to, kill somebody? Somebody going to die in season 3, like early? Something's got to give. What the fuck is actually going to happen? This cliffhanger was real tough, y'all. This was definitely provocative. I can't say that enough right there. We got Miss Love in the building. We got Danielle in the building. Okay. Who else we got? We got Coils in the building. We got Quirky Core in the building. We got Debbie Yebby, Bo Bebby, Banana Fana, Fo Febby to the feed 5, Mo Mebby, Debbie. Yeah, James Eagan going, fuck. That was funny. Certified is who said this ending was not good. It was a wasted opportunity. Really? You gotta elaborate, man. You just can't just throw that out there like that and not give me a really good reason for why you don't feel like. I'm always open to listen, but I mean, I'm not just hopping up here saying, oh man, the episode was good and it was great. I'm giving you reasons. I'm giving you, I'm talking about the different dynamics that we got. I'm comparing it to the first season finale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little more than that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know what I'm saying, Certified? But give me a little more. I don't want to hear you say it was bad. I want you to demonstrate. You know what I'm saying? Demonstrate how it was bad. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? We got Latrice in the building with us. Holly's here. Yes, indeed. We got Just Jeff. Oh yeah. We got Evolve is back with us. Who else is here? Okay. Let me zip down a little bit. What Dawn say? I feel like we just saw the end. What you mean by that? I like that. I feel like I just saw it too. It was pretty good. The ending was so cinematic. Yes. They pull from so many different things. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy. That was one of the best things on TV this year so far, for real. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Real is from the future calling out the nickname like that. What? I ain't even think about that. Hodor. Evil Hodor held the motherfucking door. He held the door. I called it. And we had a Game of Thrones character involved with whipping up on his ass real quick, though. So, yes, I called it. The name, Evil Hodor. Bro held the door. Just, come on, y'all. Give me the flowers. Come on now. What? That one went over my head, Daniel. Daniel, thank you for that. Evil Hodor held the door. So everybody that was coming in the comment section saying that somebody came in my comment section one time and said, you say Evil Hodor too much. I can't finish your videos. I can't watch a whole video of yours because you say Evil Hodor. Well, how about Evil Hodor held the motherfucking door, nigga? What? Yeah. We back. What? Come on. Daniel, thank you for that. That's crazy. I wish I could pop some images up. I don't have the 4K of the episode yet, but I'll have it soon there. And I'm gonna cook up a mean one. We going stupid, y'all. And the first thing I'm talking about is how Evil Hodor held the door. Shout out to Daniel for that. Daniel, shout out. Nah, Real is from the future calling out the nickname like that. Yo, what? That's crazy. All right, who else we got in here? Yo, I'm hyped about that. I'm hyped. Y'all can tell I love this one. Yo, you know what I mean? Helly now has so much leverage. Whoa. I was really fucked up off that. But you know what? Once they were at that door, I knew that was going to happen, especially when Helly was at the other end of the hallway. I knew that was about to happen. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And what let you know that was the way Mark S was crying when he was doing the Cold Harbor file and the way he was sitting down there talking to her. And you know what I'm saying? One thing that really made me smile was Mark, Innie, and Audi, their faces when they saw each other for the first time on the recording. Like both of them were like so like happy to see each other and talk to each other. And then that conversation went left. Just as fast as it started, the conversation went left. I think that they should have been a little bit more real with Innie Mark, because they were just trying to get him to do what they wanted him to do, and they wasn't thinking about him at all. And that's what fucking started this whole thing. Like, if you are down with like creating another version of yourself that doesn't know or have memories of your actual life, that means you're like essentially creating another person that shares your body and soul. I think they share the soul. I don't think that you can be, I think that the soul is connected to the body. I've explained that a bunch of different times here on my live stream. But I don't think that's what started this whole shit. Like, what type of person who will make a person of themselves and then send them down there to be a fucking slave and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I just think that the way that they talk to Mark, they shouldn't have did it like that. I think they should have had Cobell just come straight up with him, because that's what got him to participate. What got him to participate was Cobell telling him like, yo, there will be no happy ending for you and Helly. She's an Eagan, this, that, and the third. She broke all of this down to him on what's going on. And that's what got him to agree to help, because he wasn't going to help at some point in the conversation. And does Helly deserve that leverage? You know what I'm saying? Does Helly deserve that leverage that she has? And I would say yes. I'd rather it be Helly than Helena. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real here. I thought Helly was going to go down to the severed floor and turn into Helena, and that would have been really fucked up, because she would have done everything to stop Mark from saving Gemma. You know what I'm saying? But they saved her. Here's another question that the finale left us with. Does Gemma get out? Does Gemma walk up them steps and go home? Or do they grab her up and take her ass right back down there to the testing floor? And I think that's what they end up doing probably. I think they end up taking her right back to the testing floor. Hopefully she gets up out of there and runs, and Devin is waiting in the parking lot because she knew the plan. Devin and Cobell is waiting in the parking lot or some shit like that. That would be fire for a opening to season 3. You know what I'm saying? That she actually does make it out, and now Mark is trapped down there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think might happen. You know, Mark is trapped, and now Gemma has to get him out in some kind of way. But you know, I bet Lumen's got that bag, so they could send all kind of motherfuckers out there to just like destroy them. They could push a button. That would be kind of hard. So the only thing, her best bet to do is get right the fuck out of town and go to like a news outlet or find some journalists that'll be willing, unless Lumen, we see that Lumen's got reach with journalists in Kansas and probably all over the world. And they have police and fire rescue and coroners and shit like that in their pocket as well. You know, who knows what that would be? You know what I'm saying? Who knows how far that could go? But what's Gemma's move? How did this help Cobell? And notice that Cobell didn't try to tell Mark to not do Cold Harbor. She said, no, finish Cold Harbor so that I can see what my shit looks like, or I can see my plan, you know, come to fruition and my work be completed. But then you can go ahead and get her out of there after you finish the work. See, what if she would have told him to stall the shit? You know what I mean? The plan couldn't have been to not go to work because you won't get Gemma that way, right? So what is Cobell is not good, y'all. She still got something up her sleeve. You know what I'm saying? She still got something up her sleeve, and now she might have something up the other sleeve as well. She might have something up both her sleeves now, because now that she's foiled the plans of Lumen with the Cold Harbor situation, you know what I'm saying? The Innie is created though. The Cold Harbor file is finished, so the plans might not be foiled all the way, because all they got to do really is go snatch Gemma up and take her back down there. They could probably do some type of overtime contingency situation where she turns into Miss Casey, and Miss Casey just listens to whatever the fuck anybody tells her to do. You know, she ran with Mark. She went back down the elevator when Milchick told her to. So Miss Casey, you know, all they got to do is do an overtime contingency and just come get her. I'm pretty sure that the Severance, well, you know, that's one thing. The Severance chips don't seem to have trackers inside of them, because it's not like they knew where Mark was. I don't know. Did they? Was there a point where they knew where Mark was because of the chip inside the head? I don't know. Let me know if you remember that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got a lot of people in the building. We got a lot of y'all here. I'm glad to have all y'all here. I'm glad all you guys are here with me. You know what I'm saying? We definitely have to rock out with this wellness stuff, you know? Yes, indeed. Boom, we got Ian Sharp with the super chat and says, Gemma was also a sacrifice if you think about it. Being severed so many times removed her pain and made her pure, aka virgin. Very thought-provoking comment. Christine Jellybean with the super chat. Thank you so much. We got all custom art tattoos by Rafael Marte or Mart in the building once again with a super chat. Thanks for your insights. I enjoy you as much as the show. Who voiced Kier Eagan animatronic? I'm guessing Dr. M. The actor Mark Geller has been in the credits all season, but we never see him. Nah, for real. I don't know. That's what I was thinking too. I don't know. I didn't see this super chat before I said that. But I was thinking the same thing. Who voiced him? That didn't sound like the same guy that voiced Kier before. It sounded like a different voice. Maybe that was due to the performance nature of, you know, his oration when he was talking. Maybe that was it. I don't know. We got Quirky Core with the super chat. Thank you so much, fam. Official Apple YouTube has more Severance remixes. Has more rad Severance remixes. No shit, for real. Gotta look at that. Definitely. Thank you for your super chat on that. Christine Jelly Bean with the super chat. Thank you, real. You are never boring in my favorite recaps. Thank you so much, sis. We appreciate the love. Love you back for sure. Yes, we got Emo Hamtaro here in the building with the super chat. Thank you very much for your generosity, fam. Love the finale. My one issue, Mark was more existential and concerned about any death in a way that he wasn't in season 1 with the OTC and quitting. Yeah, what do you think? I thought the same way, you know, but now we have more, he has more to fight for, like his love for Helly. You know what I'm saying? The way they sit there and talk and go back and forth about things is very funny. They love each other. Like, they actually do love each other. I don't think they made that clear enough. That's one thing that they didn't make clear enough. They didn't get a chance to make it clear enough in season 1 that Mark and Helly are actually in love. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get a chance to make that so clear. However, you see it a little bit, and they tried to show us that Helena noticed it when she saw Helly come back off the elevator and kiss Mark, right? So, but I don't think that they made it clear enough that these two were kind of actually in love. They should have had more conversations to kind of drive that point. They should have had more situations where they're just looking in each other's eyes, laughing, doing those things, a little bit more of the hand holding stuff. But then they didn't have a chance to do that for most of the season as well, because it was Helena lying that she was Helly. But I think they made it clear, like in this episode, that Mark really is into her. And so, you know, with him being more existential and concerned about the death, it made him think about the mammalians. It made him think about O&D. It made him think about the other refiners. You see what I'm saying? And so then now you have, of course, him thinking about Helly. So now it's like, what are we doing? Are we taking Lumen down to the point to where you're just going to kill all of my friends and the people that I work with? So I hope that clears up your issue a little bit, because other than that, I don't think that you would see anything wrong with them if they would have drove the point in there a little bit more, that he was in love with Helly. You know, it was just like a time thing. They simply didn't have the time to really like drive the point of like that, because you had the whole situation with Helena posing as Helly, and then you had the whole shock situation with what Helly did to Mark at the Ortbo, and then he had to reveal it. You know, then you had the whole part where he was like, he didn't trust her because he didn't know who she really was. So they didn't get a chance to drive that in. But I think that they made the point very clear with that scene of her being there while he was refining. You know what I'm saying? Now, there is one question that I have. Was that Helly? I'll say it again. Was that Helly? Was it Helly? Do you guys think it was Helly? Because she was like, I am her. And I think that it could very well have been Helena. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that in some videos. And I'm going to go over it. I'm going to do a second watch. And I'm going to pull all of that. But you heard me say it here. I'm glad that I'm documenting this right now. Was that Helly or Helena? Because like I said, I believe that Helly would have told Mark to go through the door. Because what the fuck was the point of helping him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yes, we got another super chat from Serathina. Thank you very much for your generosity. He died holding the door. Helly R has leverage now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I'm talking about. We got to thank you again. We got another super chat from M. Terry Bowman. And he says, the moment Gemma recognized Mark, Audi Gemma recognized Audi Mark, and they kissed, our tears. Yo, that episode, that part of the episode, thank you, sis, for that. Thank you so much for that super chat. And that right there, both scenes where, you know, where Mark and Helly were talking, that was kind of touching as well. It was heartbreaking to see Gemma at that door screaming through that window. That shit broke my heart. I was like, yo, any Mark is fucked up for that. And Helly is fucked up for not telling him to go. Because, like, what's going on, you know? So yeah, that was very dope. But yeah, them kissing and being in that elevator together and getting there, her telling him to come on because she knew the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, and her just seeing him and realizing, like, yo, he came down here, he's got blood all over himself, he probably fucking killed somebody to get here to me. Like, all of that hit the mark, you know what I mean? Oh damn, well, there it is. Just Jeff said it as well. I think it was Helena. Red lights was an indication. Yo, damn, I didn't even see this super chat. I'm just now going through all the super chats right now, and boom, I said the same thing. I was like, when she said, I am her, she said, I'm her. I think she said it like twice, 2 or 3 times. She repeated it maybe. If I'm not mistaken, that might have been my ass rewinding the shit. But, you know, yeah, she was totally, I don't know. It was giving Helena a little bit, y'all. I gotta say that, you know, boom. And not to mention, right? Not to mention the fact that if it was Helena, it would make sense why she called him creepy and all of that shit. Like, yo, James Eagan came down here. He was creepy as fuck, blah, blah, blah. And she could have known all of that because she has access to tapes and she has access just as much as he does, pretty much, right? I like the fact that James Eagan had his own little cubicle room where he was watching stuff and he could watch shit and everything. I think that James Eagan has a way to get to the 7th floor from his own house, which is right across the field from the Lumen headquarters. So yes, indeed, Just Jeff got the magnifying glass out already. See, he's got the membership. That makes you magnified. You know what I'm saying? Get the magnified membership. That way we can join in on these members only lives. We've got to do one. I couldn't do one before the finale because I was coming to LA, but we are definitely going to do a couple members only live streams. We still got to get the Lexington letters out the way. I think we need to breeze through Ricken's book again. And we are going to have a deep dive on each character as well on the members only tip. So go ahead and get the membership and become a member so you can partake. You dig? We got Sarai the Black Dove. Thank you for the super chat. And she says, I wanted James to die, but his plans got foiled. I think that's better than death. Wow. Yeah, that's heavy because it did hit him hard pretty much. And I thought that it was really dope that I thought Helly was going ending in the beginning when she jumped up with that pen. I thought she was going to stab the shit out of homie. But, you know, that was the cure that he saw in her. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, that wasn't the same day. That was the night before. That was after work that night. So I like how they dipped back a little bit and showed us a little bit of what happened in the last episode as well. That was a continuation of when, you know, of episode 9. So I thought that was fire. But you're right about that. I think that at this point, this motherfucker, James Eagan, he's ready to die anyway. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a shit, but he wants to see this stuff happen. You know what I mean? And he got this revolving thing going on. I think the revolving may have been what that picture in the by the in the break, not the break room, the elevator room. When you come out the elevator, the waiting room or whatever you want to call that shit, the lobby, the lobby picture, that shit was fire. And there's some other, yeah, that's just what I was going to talk about later. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that right before I bring up some people. Let's get through some more of these super chats real quick. Check out some more comments and everything. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. We got another super chat. We got Joel in the building. Thank you for your generosity. Gemma gonna F up Helly next season. Yo, I could see that. I could totally see that. Because now if she does get out, let's say she gets out and goes to Cobell and Devin. Devin is definitely gonna tell Gemma what's going on. She's gonna be like, that bitch is trying to steal your man and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's gonna get ugly. That's definitely gonna get ugly. I hope they actually explore something like that. Thank you very much, fam. Just Jeff with the super chat, and Just Jeff says, I think we are in for a true Innie uprising against society. Detroit became human style. Who will stop them? Whoa, that's real heavy, Just Jeff. Will there be another uprising? I know with them changing the rating, that made me think that there was going to be some type of revolt. And then when they brought in the whole marching band and stuff, I thought it was going to get crazy with that. But the gore was not really all that gory, but it was definitely gory for Severance. I thought that they were probably going to kill a goat, but they didn't, and that's cool. But they killed Evil Hodor, and he held the door. Yo, I still can't give over the fact that I called this bro Evil Hodor, and he ended up holding the door. You know what I'm saying? I might have to get a shirt that says Evil on it. You know what I'm saying? I might have to make Evil Hodor shirts. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We got Evil Hodor shirts coming. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I got a shirt made here in LA. And I got to get the business card from the brother and everything. I'm gonna shout them out tomorrow. I might go live tomorrow. We might go live. Who knows? We might need another wellness session. This was crazy. Yeah, Harriet with the super chat. Thank you very much for your generosity. That was not Helly R at the end, y'all. Ooh, okay, there we go. So yeah, all right, yeah, I know I'm not the first one to think of that. Then I'm like, yo, yeah, that right there. I mean, you heard my reasoning for it about her saying I am her. That is, I think, right there the telltale sign. You know what I mean? Thank you again, Harriet, for sure. We got another super chat from Joe. Joe says, does Cobell truly care for Mark? In season 1, she would stay up late sympathizing and watching because she grieves too. And that hug she gave at the book reading. Yes, that hug she gave at the book reading did do two things for me. It let me know that she kind of loved him. And then she even said, I care for you, Mark. And she said that to him in the cabin. But the hug did something else too. The hug is what let me know that when they went down, when Evil Hodor and Mark went down in that elevator, I knew that it was going to be Audi Mark that killed Hodor. Really, it wasn't either one of them, kind of. Like, it was like a transition. But Cobell, when she was hugging Mark at that book reading, he became the Innie Mark with the OTC, and she said his body tensed up. You know what I'm saying? And so when they went down the elevator, I knew right away. I was like, uh-oh, his body's about to tense up, and he's about to squeeze that trigger. And it's over for Big Hodor. I already knew it. I knew it. I saw that. But yes, indeed, you're 100% right about that, fam, that she does care about him. You know what I mean? And why? Why does she care? Does she have sympathy because she's doing somebody wrong? You know, sometimes, you know, you feel some type of way because you're doing wrong and shit. And that may be what it is, you know? Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Danielle said, got to give you your flowers for Hodor. Yeah. I mean, yo, and that was an intentional That was an intentional prophecy right there. I prophesized bro holding the door with a nickname. Okay. So just look at those other nicknames. Dr. Peabody. Okay. That one came to fruition as well. Look how he was running through the hallways. This motherfucker looked like Dr. Peabody. This motherfucker looked like a Dr. Peabody. He running through the hallway with a Band-Aid on his forehead. He was looking crazy as hell. Bro, bro run like a female science teacher and shit. Get him the fuck up out of here. Dr. Peabody. Face ass. Let me see here. We got Kenny in the building with the super chat. Thank you very much. Season 3 should be them on the run, finding different departments and realizing the painting milkshake printed Sever versus Lumen Helena at the end. Yo, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I think they're going to switch spaces. I think that Gemma might get away. That would be so interesting. And they can't really go for her and make a crazy scene or nothing like that, really. Unless everybody on Lumen is just like down with the cause, like, stop her. You know what I'm saying? Like, get her. Don't let her get to the door type shit. You know what I mean? Like anything, you know, who knows? Yes, indeed. Thank you for that, Kenny, indeed. We got Kiefer in the building. Thank you, Kiefer Green. What do you think about Cobell being Mark's mom? I don't know. We know Mark's mom's name is Fern, right? But what I found is that, you know, Fern helps you remember things in dream time and dream states, and it's used for like dream stuff and, you know, herbal medicine. You know what I'm saying? It can be used for that. And I also found it strange that Cobell was cooking with chamomile cookies, right? Which also chamomile is also used for dream things and enhancing dream and remembering your dreams. And it enhances your sleep, along with things like lavender and chamomile mixed together. And these things do that. And I thought that interesting. There is a connection between him and his mother with the, you know, chamomile cookies and stuff. But I don't think that's his mom. I don't think that's his mom. But, and I don't know. You know, it could be, but I doubt it, because I mean, Devin would know who Mark's mom was, right? I think they had the same mom and dad, and the dad and Mark used to share, like, they both had mugs that said drinking is life or alcohol is life or some shit like that. Yes, indeed. But yeah, that's provocative as well, no doubt. We got Luna Cascade, the beautiful Luna Cascade in the building. Thank you very much for your super chat, sis, as always. And she says, the tracking chip might have been deactivated because they were at James' special cabin. Cobell is still sus. Yes, Cobell is. Because Cobell didn't want them to not finish her work. That's the key thing to take away from that. Cobell told him to go ahead and finish the motherfucker, bro. Go ahead and finish. I want that Cold Harbor finished. And she got it finished. And she's really who pushed the hand to finish it. Because Mark wasn't even showing up to work. He was like, fuck y'all. I ain't going to work. What the fuck y'all think this is? But yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. We got Arizona Poppy in the building. Thank you for the super chat, fam. Yes, indeed. Where the hell does Mark S. think he's going? That had to be Helly. How else would she know what James Eagan said the day before? Well, she would be able to look at the surveillance. We know she has access to all of that stuff. And so we know that she came into work today. And the reason how is because Helly went home. At some point she went home and became Helena again. Helena could have hopped right on the goddamn computer and found out what everything happened on the severed level. You know what I mean? So we already know that she has access to that. So she could have been playing the game the whole time, and she could have paid better attention. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you have that. Thank you for that super chat. By the way, Brandy comes through with the super chat. Thank you for your generosity. And she says, Lumen needs to use Severance for good. Helly being a better person than Helena proves it, and it can be used on serial killers, ooh, and other terrible people. Wow. Yo, that's a fire ass there, Brandy. Shout out to you for that. That's a very good thing. Lumen could have presented this to the government to say, hey, somebody's on the death penalty. We can kill them like this. Their body would still be alive. Kind of like what Bert wanted to do with himself. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm going to say something, Brandy. That's still not off the table. Because a lot of times these motherfuckers that seem to be evil and all of this, like, they test on animals and kill animals to do things for people to create medicines and all kinds of shit, right? And so that's evil. Sometimes people look at it for the greater good. And it's kind of like Thanos, right? Thanos thought that he was right. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he needed to control the population because everyone would end up suffering in the end, So that's not off the table, Brandy. That is not off the table. As a matter of fact, I'm sure if we were to hear some of those notes in the show, that we will hear those notes from Natalie, because she is like the PR person and the one that hops on the news and gives rationale for the severance procedure. So I could totally see that happening. Very great comment, and thank you for your generosity as well. We got Graves with the super chat. Thank you so much, Graves. It was both Helly and Helena. I think that's what the Beehive directive is. It's built in reintegration. I think that's what you meant to say there. That's what she meant by I'm her. Oh, that's a very good concept as well. I love that. That kind of adds on to some of the theories about, what we're thinking about her. You know what I'm saying? We got Joe Eagle in the building with the super chat. Testing floor, chips for the better, barrier holding. Doctor warns, you'll kill them all. Whoa. Yes, he was talking about all of the Innies. That's what I thought too. I thought he was talking about killing them all. That's what I thought that meant. And yeah, I think you're right on that, Joe. Since a more stable chip is needed to preserve Innies. One thing that I noticed is I had a question, and I predicted that if Mark, as a matter of fact, I did a poll on this too on my community page, and that shit got over like 1,000 votes. And I asked the question, what happens to Mark if he goes down in the export hall, in the elevator? Does he turn into his Audi? And what happens if he goes in the rooms? Does he turn into a different Innie? And we found out now that he will not turn into a different Innie. So it seems to me that Gemma has a more advanced version of the chip, which is very odd because Mark's chip, in theory, you would think that he has a newer chip, right? But they have been testing on this before Mark got there. Keep that in mind. That's very wild. That's a very wild notion. Thank you once again, Joe, for that. We got Googler Monster became a member. Yes, indeed. Celebrate with those emojis and have some fun with that. You know what I mean? And now you have access to that members only content. You dig? We got Elizabeth in the building. Thank you so much for being here and your generosity with this beautiful super chat. And I know this comment about to be fire. Helly R was there for most of the episode. Anything could have happened while she was separated from Mark. Peabody or James could have switched Helena in a desperate attempt to stop Mark. Yes. And that totally jives with me. I'm fucking with that. Definitely. Just Jeff with the super chat. And he says the mural had Innies and Audis on it. Yo, that was fire. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, it did. It was very. I have some things I want to say about that, and I'm glad you put that back in my mind because I saw something about that mural, and I would love to get a picture of it, but I'll have to wait. Let me see. Thank you for that, Judge Jeff. Kiefer Green with the super chat says, "Yo, Helena saw that James said he didn't love her. Oh man, yo, that's crazy." Because if he was watching, if she went back and looked at the tapes, then she heard him say that. She heard him say that. And she heard the reason why, which is a fucking shit. Yo, he's the shit dad. He's the shit dad. Not Irv. It's Dylan. I mean, what Dylan said to Irv, what are you? What kind of shit dad are you? No, he was talking about James. Yes, indeed. And yeah, I'm with you on that, Kiefer. Yes, Steven's here, or Stefan or Steven. You know what I mean? What's good with you, fam? Thank you for the super chat. Cobell is Mark S's mom, if you think about it. She created him, and she does care about him. Love this channel. Love the ending. Sending love, everybody. Yes, indeed. Sending love, peace, wellness, and kindness to everybody. Thank you very much. And she is his mother, if you think about it in those terms. I love this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go back up a little bit. Y'all in here cooking. This chat is going crazy. I put this shit on subscribers only, and I put it on slow mode, like 90 seconds, and it's still going. Like, hold on. Let's see here. All right. So we're going to get to that part of the show where I'm going to invite some people up here. But I told you that I was going to talk about something first. And I don't know if anybody saw this. Somebody probably said this in the comments. But let me see if I can. Yeah, I don't have it yet. I don't. It's not here yet. But I will have it soon. But did you guys notice? Okay, so let me present this a little better. Instead of jumping right into it, let me present this a little bit better. There's been a theory out there that a lot of people think that Bert is the one who created the paintings in O&D, and that his memories may have been erased, and maybe he was on the severed floor before his tenure with Mark and Petey and Dylan and Helly, you know, and maybe he was the one responsible for the artwork. He is the one that had the Van Gogh left ear symbolism. He is the one who has been painting. And I think he might have been the one who drew the picture of Gemma. When they were the missing poster. I think Irv is who drew that missing poster. Now, I want to tell you this about that missing poster. Whoever drew Gemma for the missing poster, that was the same Gemma that was on the picture. That was on the painting in the elevator lobby. It was the same face of Gemma. It was just finished. It was just totally rendered as far as putting all the paint, the color, the highlights and stuff. But the sketch was this of the mural. Yes. The mural was definitely the same face of Gemma. Not to mention, it was also the same face of Bert. The pictures of Bert that Irv drew. So y'all might be on to something about Irv being the one to draw those paintings or paint those things. But the only problem that I have with this theory is that when would he have painted that mural? It seems kind of impossible, right? When would he have painted that mural? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to open up the chat. I'm going to leave y'all with that thought right there while I open up the chat, and I'll put the link down here. And we'll see if we can get some people to come up here and talk. I want to lay down some ground rules for this chat. I'm gonna bring up everyone together, but I am going to moderate this and make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak, and no over talking anyone. If you have any thoughts, calmly write them down or type them down real quick or something, and when it's your turn to speak, you can chime in on that. You know what I mean? This link is open to everybody, whether you're just watching or subscribe to the channel. You can still click the link and come on up here, and we can talk about this. We need this wellness session, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that thought for a minute about the mural with Irv. I'm gonna chill. We're gonna wait for a couple of people to come on up here. Thank you all, 405 people that are in the chat with us right now. We got food pyramids up here early. We got Harry E. I'm gonna bring you guys up. Hold on. We got 2 people already. We got Blue Peace in the building. Blue Peace is back. Yes, indeed. Blue Peace came through with some fire. Demo is here. Okay. Any creators in the building? Any Severance creators in the building? Come on up. If y'all here and y'all lurking, come through. Your brother Real got you. I like to make this a welcoming home for all of us. You dig? So yeah, if somebody reach out to Hack, somebody reach out to somebody else and see who we can get up here. You know what I'm saying? We got Hi-Fi Award with the super chat. In the mural, there was a veiled Helly, like in Irv's dream. How the fuck would Lumen know that? What the fuck would that mean to Mark or anyone other than Irv? Yo, see? That's what I'm talking about. Like, just think about it. The whole situation with Irv, yes, and mute your computer speakers. Mute your speakers. Whatever you're watching the show on, mute that when you come up. So we got 4 people. We're gonna bring them in here real quick. But no, I'm with that. Yes, indeed. It's 5 of us, and we in here live. Yes, indeed. What's going on? What's going on, Demo?
What up?
Peace. What's going on, Food Pyramid?
Mr. Real.
Hey. What's going on, Blue Pea?
Man, chilling, dog.
What's going on, Harry E?
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
All is well. Now I'm gonna start off with Harry E, since I said what's up to you last. What's your thoughts on this episode? How do you rate this?
I mean, 12 out of 10. This show is starting to compete for best show ever. It's ridiculous. I got some theories. We'll save that. I want everyone to introduce themselves and say hi and whatnot. But I don't know about y'all. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the whole time, laughing, got a little teary-eyed at Dylan, talking to Dylan. Like, just incredible episode.
Oh, yeah, that was a really good one. That was a really good piece right there. I didn't even talk about that. Blue Piece, what do you think about this episode?
What's up, man? Thanks for having us. I know you're trying to get your money. I know you're meeting them. So all my thoughts are of me, not a real enigma, y'all. So I'm going to give a little pushback pause. I think this finale was not good.
Okay.
I think they dropped the ball big time. When you take a few steps back and look at it, if you was getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions, why wouldn't Cobell be in half the season? Why is one of your actors saying I might not be here? I think something happened behind the scenes to where the actors are not getting paid. Something happened, because I don't think this is the plan A. The way this ended, this can't be plan A. And I'm gonna let somebody else have it, but I just want to say it wasn't good, man. They got Milchick dancing in the bathroom the whole goddamn. Come on, what's he in the bath? So what am I doing this episode? Well, you're gonna be in the bathroom. What? Yeah. You're gonna dance and then get the fuck out of here. That's bull shit. But I'm
so you trying? Oh, okay. So you saying he was shucking and jiving?
That's what it looked like. He ran to you. Maybe he did that little spin turn, run real fast out the room. That weird. So like, whoa, he got a bomb in that piece of paper. I thought it was something about to explode. No, he ran to go dance.
Okay.
And
Well, we're gonna come back to you, Blue Beef. We're gonna come back.
Bad.
Believe you me, we coming back. So, you dig? Full Pyramid, what it do? How you think about this episode?
Good evening, everybody. I'm doing good. I actually really enjoyed the episode. I was like on the edge of my seat, kind of feeling like most of the time, but I kind of also felt like I expected what I was seeing too in some weird way. But I was glad I was wrong about like Milchek throwing hands. The whole situation I felt like turned out better than it is. Like it was basically music dance experience 2.0 for me, so I was having a blast with that. And then it's just like, he thinks he's gonna come in and like get everything going, cheer everybody up because he's such a team player for Lumen, and then Dylan comes in at the very end and spoils his party, and he's like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yo, I want to say this real quick. I see this comment down there. I got to comment on this real quick. Danny, I love comments like this too. You know what I'm saying? Comments like this make me think a little bit more, right? Danny said, female characters, we comedically strong in this episode. I think you meant to say were comedically strong in this episode. Okay. You're right about that. That was funny. But I gotta say this. Gwendolyn Christie ain't like an average female height, weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a big girl. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful big girl, but she's a big girl. And she will knock the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck how big you are. You're going to feel her hitting you, bro. Not to mention this. This is the very big point right here that has to be made. Oh yeah, no problem for the typos, Danny, not at all. This is the big point that had to be made. Men have something called testicles. And if you hit a man in them testicles, you are going to fuck him up. And if you got a woman that big hitting a man in his testicles, I don't give a fuck how strong you are. You're going down. And she hit him in them testicles multiple times. Okay? So he might have to go to a doctor and get some goat testicles put in. After that one. You know what I'm saying? Well, we know he died, but you get what I'm saying. But no, Danny, I feel what you're saying. A lot of people are saying that, Hollywood is overdoing it with strong females and stuff like that. I don't think that was this case at all. I don't think this was the case at all. Like, Gwendolyn Christie is a big girl. She's taller than Evil Hodor. First of all, she was taller than bro. And then she kneed him in his nuts like 3 or 4 times. And then, she was able to stop him. I mean, she had the gat to his neck. So, I mean, that right there is going to throw you off your equilibrium. He was lucky to just swat that shit out the way. He was lucky he got as far as he did with her, for real.
He still got the upper hand on her, too. Like, it wasn't like she just dominated him. I'm a fighter. You have a second person involved in a fight, even if he's on the ground. It changes things, and then you get hurt, and next thing you know, you got someone on top of you hitting you, and then there's a gun at your head.
Yeah. And next thing yep, exactly. And here's the thing. It wasn't like he wasn't beating her ass up too, though. I mean, when he punched her in the mouth and just blood came straight up out her mouth like that, that's really what turned her on. She knew it was a fight or flight type of situation. You're gonna have to go crazy. You see what I'm saying? But no, I don't think that was the case, fam, at all. And let's go to Demo. What you think about the episode, fam?
Yo, what up? I'll tell you what, man. This show is making From look like a kid's television show. It was a really good episode. I thought I had some spicy takes.
Hey guys, can we not smoke on the cam? That's the only thing I ask. No smoking on cam.
Done.
They'll get me, yeah.
But no, I did have a couple minor complaints. I'm a little confused about the ending. Like, what's Mark's plan? What is he going to run around the severed floor forever, dodging security? I'm not really sure what he was thinking. And just in general, like, now, keep in mind, I love this show, so my criticisms, they're minor and few, but I feel like they need to be discussed as well. But people complain about like shows like From, where it's just like, oh, this whole episode was a waste. This episode was a waste. But what Severance does is they give you those wastes in small doses in every episode, where they hang on certain shots for like 30 seconds too long. So that there was more than once in this episode tonight I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. You know, move along. But no, overall, I thought it was a good episode. Just the right amount of answers to get you satisfied, but also keep you hyped for the next season.
Yes, indeed. Lady Imano says, that's Brienne of Tarth. She will 100% take you down. Yes. Yes. I mean, Brienne of Tarth definitely went crazy on Evil Hodor. Now, when he got on the ground, Mark grabbed him too. So then that was her chance to get on top and start punching him in the face. You know what I'm saying? And she went crazy. That fight was accurate. That fight wasn't no like, you know, trying to make the female look stronger than the man or no shit like that. She beat his ass. She kicked him in the nuts 3-4 times. Yeah, he was done. She beat his ass. That was fair and not fair and square, but it was fair and square as far as cinematics are concerned. It was accurate. It was pretty accurate. It wasn't one of those type situations. She wasn't no like, I could see if she was like, what's old girl from Yellow Jackets, Christina Ricci's height. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see if she was like a small little girl whooping up on. I could see if it was Helly, that would be different.
Speaking of that I was a little put off when Helly first pushed Milchick into the bathroom and she was holding the door shut. Milchick's a big guy, man. You don't think he could have just like forced that door right open?
Well, the time in there, it made it, the way that they were cutting the scenes made it look like she had held him there for a long time. But being that they were playing the song, they were still in the middle of playing that same song. You see what I'm saying? That kind of indicates that it was only for a few minutes.
For a few minutes, but even then, man, like I said, Milchick's got the weight on her.
Her whole weight. If her chick puts her whole weight up against the door, holding onto a doorknob, she can pull that off. And
I gotta go look at it again. Was she on the? Was the door? Was she holding it? Did the door open out or did the door open in? Because that makes a difference.
The door opened in.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I know. So he had to pull, not push.
Right. He had to pull the door open against her weight, against the doorknob's momentum. You see what I'm saying? And so it was, and he was opening the door, but she just, you know, he was opening the door,
right?
Yeah, you know.
And that kung fu pose, I called it Milchick's Marvel moment.
Yeah, that was totally a kung fu pose when they zoomed in on his face, and also the movie Wolf with Jack Nicholson when he jumped on the vending machine. Like that was totally that scene. I'm gonna go to try to find those scenes. I know one kung fu movie. It was a comedy movie. It was called Kung Pao. They did a lot of those zoom ins like that, just like how they did that. It's so Ben Stiller. You know what I'm saying? Like this episode was so Ben Stiller, all the way from the wax gear to a fucking marching band. Like,
I agree there.
You know, this was some Ben Stiller type shit. We got to get back to Blue Peace though. Blue Peace. Okay.
Yo. I said he ain't gonna like my take.
No, I love it actually because you came with a little bit of substance, but you kind of left it's kind of dry. I gotta say it what it is. It's kind of dry because you're saying that there was some like behind the scenes drama that affected the planning of the finale. Did you feel that way only with the finale or with the entire season?
Well, when episode 6, I think that's when the season stopped. And then they did an artsy finish with 7. 8 and 9, everybody know what 8 was. And then 9 was bad, but people talking about, well, they need to wrap it up. They need to, because the finale coming. You only saying that because it sucked too. Why people saying it was a wrap up?
I thought so too until all right, so In my video, in my breakdown, that's probably what a lot of what I'm going to cover, the transition from episode 9 to 10. And what I'm going to show is the setup. Like that's what helped me give episode 9 and 10 after I watched it by myself. I was like, oh shit, yeah, this right here.
Get out of there, Gavin.
This is definitely set us up like real crazy for this finale. And everything that they set up in that episode, they paid it off. And they even told us what the goats were. The goats are just simply sacrificial animals.
You think they paid every bill? You think they paid off everything?
These people are practicing like an offshoot of voodoo. Some sort of offshoot of voodoo. Some sort of magic.
So you're saying they paid off everything? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What didn't they pay off?
Man, all that shit. They ain't pay off shit. They paid the little bills.
Come on.
They paid the light bill.
You know what? I can give you one thing that they didn't pay off that I would have loved to know. Where the fuck did the Orbo take place?
I would love to know that.
You
they
know
didn't pay
saying?
off the Cobell bill. What was she?
What do you mean they didn't pay off Cobell? They gave us enough for Cobell. They said you got to set it up for season 3. Look how they paid off Cobell. You know how they paid off Cobell? Was because what did you think? We didn't know what Cobell was going to do. We didn't know if she was going to tell him to stall, or we didn't know if she was going to tell him to finish.
You still don't know what she's going to do.
That was the payoff. You know why that was the payoff? Because it's the setup for season 3. Because now we're like, okay, why the fuck would Cobell tell this dude to finish fucking Cold Harbor like that? Why would she do that? So that's the setup for season 3 for her. You know what I mean? So what else do you feel like they didn't pay off? I gave you one. I gave you the Orbo. I gave you one. You still ain't give me like what they didn't pay off. Give me something that they didn't pay off.
Irv. They didn't pay off Irv.
Yeah,
they had him so docile at the end.
Okay,
they, like getting on the train, smiling at the damn snow and shit. Like, what the fuck? We thought, all right, they could have did something.
I definitely wasn't feeling that. It felt unresolved. You know what I mean? And I can definitely say that I do have a problem with them not bringing it up in episode. How the fuck you gonna bring Dylan back but not tell us what's going on with Irv?
Come on,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can give you that.
I feel like that's where I can come in again, because that's where I was yesterday on the call. You know, I was explaining how he gains courage. It's kind of like the whole thing. He didn't do reintegration like everybody else did. He was basically like forcing it through his lack of sleep. And so, like, for me, it did. I do agree with you guys that it did feel somewhat unresolved. However, in my image of him on the train, the way he's smiling and the sun setting, the warm light, it does feel like a send off to him. At least the way I perceive it. I still think we're going to see him, next season eventually. Whoever he was talking to on the outside world. So that's where I think we'll eventually see him.
Another one. I got to give you another one. They didn't they just Ragabi just disappeared without
right?
Ragabi just disappeared without a trace, y'all. That was kind of fucked up. I gotta say that.
But the three
that's true.
The 3 big ones, Cold Harbor was a terrible. Cold Harbor lasted 30 seconds, man. All this talk, Cold Harbor, that shit, she was out. Man, what was that?
Yo, you know what? I told y'all that. I told you guys though. Last that we're not gonna see Cold Harbor in action. All we saw was her taking the crib apart. That was like a traumatic thing between the two of them. Like, okay, yeah, but we still didn't get to see it in action. Because how were they gonna kill her? How was she gonna die from that? You know what I mean?
Well, I think they were going to take the chip out of her head, and I think she probably would have died in the process. Because they want whatever's in that chip. They don't care about her. They want what they've been doing with the chip.
Ooh, that's a very interesting one. That's a very interesting one. That's a very great
add, I think the goats aren't just sacrificial. I think they might be. The thing he said about them was something about like storing consciousness in you until it's ready for something.
So they're putting the chips in the goats to keep them.
And I think it's like bioelectricity or something. Like once you have consciousness going, you can't cut off the electricity; it'll die. So they have to
So they're putting it in the goats to keep it fresh. It's like a refrigerator for your chip.
It's like keeping the chip fresh.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I think what is it? His James Revolving. I think that's so. You guys seen the hell is that show with the stacks and
Altered Carbon.
ships? Altered Carbon, right?
Yeah.
I think there's something like Altered Carbon-ish going on with these chips where they can like store different memories, and then you can put them in other people's heads, right? Why else would Cobell keep what's his name's chip and put it on his necklace and everything? What the hell was that guy's name? Season 1.
Edie.
Yeah. But no, I think there's some Altered Carbon-ish shit going on here.
No, that definitely tracks out. I love that. I love that theory right there, like the Altered Carbon type thing going on. That show was crazy. That show was
wild.
How they advertised that show. The marketing for that show, they literally put like fake cadavers in the mall and shit like that. I don't know if you saw that, right?
People are gonna get in trouble with that shit.
And they didn't tell us what the. I'm sorry.
Thought it was real. People thought it was real. Like they were advertising like you could get your consciousness put on a stack at the mall, on like real malls in America.
That's funny.
But it was just
What year was that?
Advertisement for the show.
What year was that? I don't remember.
Oh man, that was like 2016, 2017, maybe.
2017, yeah. I don't know if you could get away with that nowadays. It's like, was it a Resident Evil game that was putting like fake body parts everywhere, and they got in some trouble.
Oh no, this was like, okay, so Severance did a couple things like this too. They actually had all the 4 refiners go to a mall and sit in the mall and refine while people watched them. That must have been a trippy ass experience for the actors as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. That sounds like it would have been cool to stumble upon.
Don't forget also that Altered Carbon, the exact same actress ends up turning out to be,
Yeah,
but not to be as trustworthy as you think, and it's the same character we're talking about, or actress.
interesting. Yeah, right. No, I like.
Was Helly
I like
in
that
that?
Severance has a lot of
Helly in?
callbacks to a lot of different things.
No,
But it
real.
is its own thing.
The girl who plays Gemma is the girl who turns out she's like the sister and ends up being the villain after we find out that like we.
Oh
thought she-
yeah, that's right. She definitely was in Altered Carbon, and you know, there's definitely a theme in Hollywood where actors play roles that are very similar.
Right?
Has anybody ever heard of the Keanu Files?
No.
You guys haven't? This is old school shit. I don't know who this guy was, but he created a GoFundMe, and he had this elaborate theory in a book, and it was called the Keanu Files, and it was all of the movies that Keanu Reeves played in, and it was he's saying that all of his movies were telling like the future of existence and breaking down like all of this stuff. But this was great. If you look it up, there's probably YouTube video of the GoFundMe pitch. Like it was so dope. Like I wanted one of those shits, but they never came out. I don't think he ever actually finished it, but I was definitely gonna cop one of those when it came out. It was called the Keanu Files. You gotta look that up. That shit is fire.
I just hope they left his bad British accent out of it.
Yeah. This episode was crazy to me. Blue Piece, what did you find good about the episode?
Not the HBCU band, but that was just out of place. Like,
damn,
man.
You know what that was?
That?
Everybody loved Milchick dancing, so they're like, we got to do it again.
It was just stupid. It was just too much.
Yeah, that was fan service. I think that was fan service
for sure. But
what I liked about it, I loved the beginning. I said, all right, good, here we go, because it was different. Him talking to himself. I liked that part.
I was about to say, bro, you didn't like them talking to each other?
I know the first quarter of it was great, and then they started doing that slow shit, showing a wall for 25 seconds, panning. Here we go. No questions answered. So go ahead. Fuck it. We gotta wait till how many years? 2 years now? Because he cut off a year. He said it won't be 3 years, so 2 years until he get everybody money right. Because as you see, no actors was in this. There were almost no lines spoken. I think something happened, dog. The actors were not there. Look at the lines. Milchick was there. He ain't had no lines. He just kicking the door. I think they signed an NDA. Something happened, dog. And I gotta say this. When the season first started, the first 3 episodes, when they were just killing it, I was looking at those interviews with Ben Stiller. He didn't look happy. He looked worried. I saw them, and even when they was in New York and they was at the train station with that built-in Severance stage, I could just look at the energy, man. Like, something off. Something's bad. Something happened. NDAs were signed, and they can't say. But I guarantee you it was with money. And one of the most seasoned actors just straight out said, "Hey, I ain't coming back season 3." Why would you say that? Unless we love him.
What did the actor say?
The actor, Irv. He said he ain't coming back.
Really?
Y'all ain't know that? Oh, I thought y'all knew. I'm just seriously. I thought everybody.
I heard him say something to the.
Yes.
He said he wasn't coming back.
Yes. What is the actor name? I forgot his real name.
I saw him in an interview talking about that. He
Turturro.
said something like, "Oh, he thought he wrapped his story up." That's the way he kind of said it. But I mean, you know how actors are always coy about that shit anyway.
No, he also said he didn't like something that happened on set as well. Somebody mentioned like something with lights or something. For him to say those 2 negative things on press runs, you don't say negative stuff on press runs unless they would. He said it. He said, "Fuck it." So
yeah,
something happened.
Yes, because I hope it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know how like John Turturro is to work with. I haven't heard anything about him, but I knew he didn't want to come do. I know he didn't want to come do the Penguin joint either. He said something about not doing the Penguin joint because he was Carmine Falcone.
Oh,
because he played a great Carmine Falcone, and the fact that they wanted to turn. They make that spinoff like that was amazing because of what Colin Farrell did as the Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
That's just my take
I'm
on
gonna say this. Let me look at Evolve. What Evolve is saying. Evolve is saying, "Nah, bro, reading into it too much. Milchick was there. The writers needed him to be. If he was loose, you couldn't have the other characters doing their thing. Milchick was fast. Milchick is fast, remember." Now, Evolve, I gotta say this. He makes a good point about John Turturro making negative comments on a press run. That's almost like suicide for a show or anything. And typically it means something went wrong. And if nothing went wrong and everything went right, then it means that something is gonna go wrong. And we just saw that with the Snow White movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, that actress went out talking shit about the fucking movie and the characters and shit. And yeah, nobody, I mean, it's just something that you don't do. It's just something that you don't do on press runs. And that's make negative comments about anything going down. And you don't make negative comments about stuff. But I don't know. I think, listen, I'm going to be real with you. I think things could have happened. That I still pulled it off. What you're
gonna
saying,
do with that is zero to the check.
What bodies what you're saying a little bit? What you saying that John Turturro said that he wasn't coming back? That is so troubling to me because it makes me feel like that story is going to be unresolved.
Hey, Real,
I thought you knew that. Oh, you didn't know that for real?
No, I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people in chat are saying that they heard he said he's coming back in the last week. I haven't heard either way, but a lot of people in chat are saying he's said the opposite.
He did. Yeah,
I
he
heard
did.
They
saying
heard
the opposite. I heard somebody saying the opposite like today.
Well, that's today, but he said it. They talked to him. Money was saying shit. I'll be back. That's Hollywood, man.
Okay, well there you have it. So he will be back because that was unresolved. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Irv has been reintegrated because he knew about a conversation that they had on the severed floor. There's no way he would have known about that unless he was reintegrated. right? Then
He's on some
also,
holistic stuff. I think he's doing a different method. Like he's not
The
doing it
lack
the
of
same
sleep.
way Regabi does it.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay,
real
okay.
came up with a good point when he said, "It just hit me." That doggone Regabi story, they just left that in the wind.
Yeah, the Regabi story did kind of get left in the wind. We didn't even get to see her exit.
Or
You know
who
what I'm
she's
saying?
working with, or her people, or who she
But you know
confides in.
what? She already indicated that she was about to bounce though, because Devin was calling Cobell, and so she dipped. She said, "Look, you know, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, but." And the look in her eyes was saying, "I'm sorry, but your brother's gonna die." You know, oh well. You know what I mean? I
That's
think that
why.
Regabi wasn't being honest. I thought that in this episode we were gonna hear Cobell say something about Regabi. We didn't hear anything about Regabi in episode 9 or 10. That was kind of troubling. But I mean, those kind of things. This is how I look at that, Blue P.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of things don't ruin an episode or a season for me, because no series is absolutely 100% perfect, and especially with a series like Severance, the good shit definitely outweighs the bad shit, and it gives them room for error. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to not walk away from the Irv and Bert scene so unresolved. I felt that way from the beginning. That made me give it a lower score than what I'd usually give Severance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, you know, the Regabi situation, they left that behind. They didn't really touch on that. They didn't touch on where did the Orbo go on. I think
What's
that
going on with Rickon? That's another thing too.
Or the book.
say
Right.
that again, Demo.
No, what's going on with Rickon too? Last time we seen him, he was talking to Natalie about his book, and we've not seen him since. But he was included in that mural.
We've seen him making the book. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
we
yeah, no,
haven't.
we did. We got that one scene where he was.
Yeah, and they gave
yeah.
up a lot of information in that scene. That scene had a lot of information in it. It told you how many. It pretty much alluded to them having millions of severed employees.
Right. Yeah.
That
He
whole
was the
scene
mural.
kind of let you know that they have millions of severed people. I
Did you guys
think
film the mural?
I think that there's a lot of substance there with Rickon that you don't want to put too many subplots in this shit either.
No, for real.
You know what I mean? But I think that the nuances that they give us with Rickon is just a tad enough. It's just
Yeah,
a
I just wonder.
little tidbits here and there that make you know that this guy's story is a little bit deeper than what we see.
What we see, right.
Right.
And
And I think that they'll make good time for that in season 3.
Well, real.
no, I
with
hope so.
that-
I'd like
with
to
you
learn a little bit
knowing-
more about the character.
With you
All right.
knowing, with you finally knowing that what the actor said, I keep forgetting his name. How does that make you feel about his quick wrap up? Does it like, oh, I see what they did, or with you having the information, how does that make you feel about the end of Irv's story?
Yeah, it may be something that they patched up with the editing. It may be something that they patched up with the editing. They're gonna make it happen. This is Apple TV.
Yeah,
Apple
no, and
TV.
this is a real
money.
Yeah,
They got the money.
They need John Turturro to come back. If it's a money issue, I don't think that would stop them from like making it happen for him. Negotiating something. I don't think it's a money issue.
No,
I mean,
plus
we
him
talk
and
about
Walken are buddies. So
Apple is actually creating like HBO level shit right now.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
yeah, sure.
Can I run an idea by you guys?
Yes, I was going to ask you what were some of your theories that you had, Harry.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
No problem. Go ahead.
So this kind of follows on what we were talking about last week, but in a way, it almost feels like Lumen, if certain things are true, might have even gotten what they wanted. Because now going into season 3, they got all the tests done with Gemma. They don't have the chip in her head, which I think they're going to want. But now they have Mark and potentially Helly. So they have his blood if they want it. And potentially we could get Gemma working with Mark's sister, Dylan, and Cobell to have to save Mark instead of the other way around. So I think this actually progresses Lumen's plot, which the mural got me wondering. I was like, did Lumen engineer this whole thing to happen? Because they've got Rickon in there and Natalie. Like,
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've been saying that from the beginning, that Lumen was pulling the strings on everything. Like that's why they didn't show us the board this whole season.
They're also really good at improvising too. So like if hiccups pop up, they learn how to like use those hiccups to their advantage because they have such a monopoly on information when it comes to the Innies. The Innies only know what they've been told, right? So if an Innie finds out something from the outside, they can twist it around and be like, oh, yeah, no, she was just doing the Glockenspiegel or whatever, you know? They improvise. They get this new information and they improvise. So, like, they knew that Innie Mark. Whatever. It's not a real word anyway.
Nah, Glockenspiel is a real
no,
word.
Glockenspiel
It's
is
a music instrument. Yeah, you know that.
No, but whatever
you were
Milchick
talking
said.
about the Glockschuben.
The Glockschuben.
The Glock shoe. Hey, make that a t-shirt.
Yo, that shit was hilarious when he said that. Have you ever heard the story of the Glockschuben?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
yo, that's
Dude, that's why
He's a
Milchick
good
is
actor,
seriously
man.
one of the best.
yeah. Milchick is top tier. Like,
For sure.
I to be honest with you, I'd never seen him in anything else other than this. This is my first time seeing him. What has he been in before?
Well, he's
I don't
about
think he's
to.
done much.
Possible.
Yeah,
He's gonna explode, dude. He's about to explode.
Oh yeah,
He's supposed to be with
Hey,
Tom
speaking of
Cruise right
Milchick.
now. He on Mission Impossible. The next one they said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, Milchick is there. I've never seen him in anything other than this. I think he is great. I think he
I get
was
a
great in
prediction.
season 1 and season 2. He really came through. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
I
He's-
get a
he's
prediction about
my favorite
Milchick's
character.
character. I think next season he's going to get demoted and Miss Huang's going to be his boss.
Oh yeah, yo, that would be crazy as hell. You know why? Because when Milchick was in that bathroom looking in the mirror and he saw himself in the mirror, he's like, man, why does shit keep fucking up on my watch, yo? They gonna
Right.
fucking kill. He was looking like, man, they're gonna kill me.
And they ain't going to fire him. It's going to be worse to make her his boss. You know what I mean? That's how they're going
Exactly.
to punish him.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But
She's going to love every second of it too.
yo, the funny shit was when I don't know, he probably had a hellified stunt double for that. But when Helly hit him in the head with that trombone and it the little stand cut his forehead and he fell and he rolled off
Fell
the
over, yeah.
counter. Yo, that shit was hilarious. Oh, yo, this whole episode, yo, Blue Piece.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you wasn't laughing in this episode, bro. There's no way.
Dude, this shit was fun.
You know what I'm saying? I can gauge your personality a little bit from the few times that we've spoken about this show, and I
Right.
know your ass was laughing, my G.
I was laughing at how hard they was going. Like, we forgot about the band. We going over this slow cut back. They going hard.
But yo,
God
I was
damn.
dying when they had this one part. They had this one part where they was trying to shut the door, and then they just showed the band, and the band members is like humping and dancing real quick. Like,
Yeah, no, it was funny.
I was rolling, yo. Like this episode was funny as shit, yo. This episode was hilarious.
Well, let's ask this: where are the kids located? We ain't talked about that. Where do you think they came from, or where they are?
Where the what?
The kids, the college students, the band.
The band.
Where
Okay.
are
Yeah,
they?
they severed every single one of them
Those are
just to play in the
children.
game.
Those are
So,
children.
They were all like
that up.
they're all like former school kids, right? Like there's a whole list of like different schools that Cobell or then the people faced off in sports and shit. So I'm assuming they're just
Department of
graduates or
Cheerleading.
something, you know? And then
I
dude,
think
maybe
that
some of
this
them wanted to
speaks
get severed.
what, this speaks to what the whole Mind Collective was saying about Lumen is, experimenting on children.
Yeah, right?
Mhm.
I mean, they got a whole severed marching band. You know what I'm saying?
CNN
So-
Music Factory.
I mean, think about it. Like he said, go back to your department. They started to get back to the department. What is their department like?
That's exactly.
band class and shit.
Where is the damn department? They stay there?
Imagine, yeah. I don't know if they stay there, But the severed floor is big as fuck. And they even make a joke about the building getting so the equator getting so big that
It's
it
like the
became a
size of
country.
Yeah.
Or a building getting so big that it becomes a country. I think that they're talking about the Lumen building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
know
his own country.
Yeah, it could be. It's probably like mad floors and mad levels in that shit.
Like Texas
No.
tried to do. But Kier did it. Lumen did it.
Exactly. Oh yeah, we gonna cook. This esoteric breakdown is gonna be peeps. I'm telling y'all, the esoteric breakdown is coming in hot. And Blue Piece, I hope that the esoteric breakdown makes it a little better for you.
Man, help me out, man, because I was like,
I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm going to be cooking up a storm. I might even listen back to all of this conversation and address some of the things you talked about.
They call Southern University. Come on, what is that, man?
No, the HBCU marching band was fire to me. That was one of my favorite parts when they came in and they actually was kicking that shit. Bro, they did the Kier Him song, and I was in this motherfucker.
It was fire.
I was bopping. Bopping. I'm not gonna lie.
It was all right. It was good.
All I could think was Cobell's missing this song. She would have been headbanging. She would have been going nuts, but she didn't get to see it.
Nah, she would have hated it. It's not serious enough. It's not solemn enough.
So to get the vocal performance on top of that, yo, like, come on, that would have been crazy.
Let me ask you this before we get out of here. So Kier is a living consciousness in that damn animatronic?
I think that was either Evil Hodor or Dr. Peabody.
Yeah.
It was one of them. It was one.
I don't know.
I
It kind of paused and like responded to him though.
Because it was like it sounded it gave the vibe of Evil Hodor because it was kind of talking about his verbiage and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was it just seemed like there was some tension between the two, and it seemed like Milchick knew that was Evil Hodor, and he was like, "Fuck this guy." You know what I'm saying? Right. I done told you to devour feculence. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to have your ass inhaling flatulence. One
thing I want to. Sorry, let me cut in real quick. One thing I want to point out about that scene, at least the way I see it, is like he's looking back, he's telling jokes, he's not getting any respect from nobody. It felt like Rodney Dangerfield. Like that's the way he's feeling on this. Like not a single person on that floor respects him.
No respect at all.
You know what? Was that a Rodney Dangerfield impersonation?
I tried. I was farting while I was doing
that was funny as shit right there, bro. Nah.
I'm just glad I remember.
That was hilarious. Hold on, I see somebody saying that they want a comment read. Hold up. Where's the comment?
Fathead Muppet.
Oh yeah, we gotta drop some of these real quick. We gotta do it. Fathead Muppet. Yo,
that one gets me.
Yo, I definitely, I'm gonna tell you something. As far as clips and pieces and clips of it, this show had all the clips. How about this right here? This right here is too funny. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I couldn't even leave. Oh man, we got some beautiful female energy coming to the building real quick with Joy. Joy, join us. Thank you so much. I didn't see you down there. I don't know how long you've been there. You just got there or what?
I'm here. I can be patient. It's all good. Hey, y'all.
I did not see you.
Hello.
It's love. Here you are, though. We here. This right here had me rolling, y'all. I made this like As soon as I saw the episode, as soon as I saw
Oh
that
my
scene,
God.
opted to go make this. When he left that break room and ran like that, like,
oh my god.
bro, that shit was hilarious. Like, he was running like old boy from Get Out.
Right? Who said that they thought he was running because there was a bomb? I did not think that he was gonna move like that. That was crazy.
Me too. I said that.
I
I'm like,
thought it
what?
was gonna be his Innie saying, "Yo, Gretchen is fucking this nigga Milchick, y'all." Like, and so he got up out of there real quick before the news got dropped.
Oh. Wow, I ain't thinking that.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. What's going on, Joy? What is your rating for this show? I gotta know.
Man, 10 out of 10. They knocked it out of the park. And can I speak on Gwendolyn Christie's part real quick?
Please do.
So,
God, we need it.
Gwendolyn Christie is a goat mother, okay? And there is nothing like a mother when her kid is in peril.
She did it for the goat.
She did it for the goat. You know, I mean, you saw when they introduced her on the show, she ran up that hill with them shears in hand. Like, no, y'all here to kill us. Y'all here to kill my babies. I'm gonna take y'all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she came with that energy and brought it back again full circle.
They could not have cast a better person.
No, for real. Agreed.
Yep.
Like, that casting choice for her was perfect. All the way from the beginning to the very last scene with her holding the goat in her arms like that. Like, every moment on the screen, yo.
Real. What I wanted was her covered in blood, marching back to her room, her department, holding the lamb with the blood on it. Get everybody, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, get your shears. We right. I know that could, man.
Yeah, no more.
Can you dig it?
Come on, man. I would have stood up in my fucking living room.
Yo, that scene right there would have been earth shaking. That scene would have been earth shaking. Real shit.
It might still happen.
It could still happen. They need, if they're listening, please let us see Lauren go back to the mammalian nurturable and hold up the goat like Simba.
Come on, man.
Hold up the goat like Simba and be like, what was the goat's name, yo?
She did.
Israel?
Oh shit.
Ezekiel?
It's like
I forget what the goat's name was, but she needs to say the goat's name and say it's still here. And like, this goat needs to be the goat of goats.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, I'm wondering, did she have to sacrifice a goat for every room that was completed?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
My guess is for the final of, you guys are saying transferring like the chip into the goat, maybe. So maybe it's like after that last one, you know?
Yeah. I think so. I think she's right. That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought, that every time they finish a room, they got to kill a goat. I think there's a sacrifice for every new Innie created in Gemma and the other.
That's true. That's a good point.
I think it's per completed chip. Every test subject that completes all of them gets a gold.
Oh yeah, well I think like the rooms get created when the Innies get created. No, yes, are they created at the same time when the files are finished?
Yeah, the file is finished, which means the Innie is ready, so that Gemma can go into the room, or the test subject can go into the room. And when you finish all the rooms,
what creates the room? Because if the room and is this time in place, like what was up with the airplane? Was that just like a simulated piece of an airplane?
I think that question is related to the Ortbo question. You know what I mean? Like, how are they creating these simulated environments? You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
I don't have any answers. I'm just saying.
Right.
No. Now, I'm with you on that. So what? All right. So let's look at it for a minute. Like if we look at the Allentown room, it had all of those 3D printed stuffs in there, which we saw that they make at O&D. Now, what was so crazy is they already had the crib in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I think they know what the room is turning out to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they know what the room is turning out to be, and so they put the necessary things inside of that room.
Inside it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, I got a theory about that. So my idea is all those like leaflets and little mailers she got from them, like those little details she gave them, helped them make a picture around her. You know what I mean? So they got enough information over the years, and then they're like, all right, we know what to make these rooms out of now.
Yeah.
Right. And she gave them that information.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I'm feeling that. I'm definitely
I'm
feeling
still wondering what all of that lumen and Kier created just for Helena. Because if they have millions of severed workers around the world, is every lumen around the world just all around one subject? Like how does that work?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Yeah.
You know, one problem that I had. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My fault. It was a little bit of delay. I thought you had stopped. Go ahead, brother.
Who was gone?
That was
Not
Demo, right?
No,
See,
no,
there's a delay on Demo. There's a delay on you, bro.
Oh, my bad. No, I was just responding to something people were saying. I didn't have much to add. My bad.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I think that the rooms definitely have like theme to them that she got from that they get from the information that she gives them. But for me, I think the rooms were a little bit too much detailed in order for it just to be like her giving like some information. You know what I'm saying? I think they're actually surveilling them. I think they were actually listening and spying on them. Because how do you know about the
exact same crib,
the exact same Christmas tree, the crib, like you know what I mean?
The crib had lumen on it. And Mark was putting together.
Right, and it had something else on it. It was for Cold Harbor, so Cold Harbor was encoded on it as well. You know what I'm saying? Somebody brought that up in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not in the Discord, join that Discord. Yo, so we've been rocking for about 2 hours now, and us guys on the panel here, us 5 guys have been on the panel. I want to.
I'll bounce out.
I'm jumping.
Go ahead and close out the show real quick.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no,
show.
But Joy,
Yo,
if you
in
will,
blue.
give us some good feedback.
Peace out. Thank you.
Give us some heat to leave on.
Yo, Blue, I respect it. It's there's no problem with criticizing something you like.
Not at all. Not at all.
Criticism is a form of love, and and people get real turned off when people criticize something. But you know, if you love something, you want it to be better, so you criticize it.
Yeah,
so I respect
everybody
it.
do their
appreciate
opinion.
it.
But we're gonna let Joy go ahead and close the show out real quick. What you got for us, Joy?
You know, in watching Severance, I feel like the show is deep on motherhood, but there's a whole lot of missing mothers in this show. What does that mean?
What does the missing mothers mean?
Yeah, like we don't know who Helly's mother is.
Yeah, and Eagan, James definitely touched on that when he talked about how many kids he's been making running around here.
Right, and then Evil Hodor died, and he called James Eagan father too, but we didn't know who his mother was. Was he really a son of James Eagan, or was he one of those secret Eagan babies that we just found about last episode happened?
Yeah, there's so much that they didn't answer, but I feel satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
Right? I'm hella satisfied. But at the same time, I feel like not only am I satisfied, but I still have questions that I know that the show will answer, because this show gives us payoffs, and that's what feels so good.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And one thing about it is that they have to build they have to leave some sort of mystery for us. You know what I'm saying? And that also makes the show interactive, you know, because you got YouTubers talking about it, people on Reddit, Discord making theories. Like, it makes the show interactive, and it leaves it. If you're making a TV show or a movie today and you don't have that interactive component, it's just not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that interactive component to it, but it's very interactive. It keeps us talking, and hopefully we'll have enough Severance. I know I'm going to have at least 10 Severance videos.
Right?
You know what I mean? At least 10 before
Hell yeah.
it comes back. If they do 2 years, so be it. I won't have a problem with that. They earned it. They earned it. Game of Thrones used to make us wait 2 and 3 years and shit like that, and they weren't well, Game of Thrones was great for the first few seasons, but they definitely didn't earn from season 7 to season 8. I don't know why they took that long for that piece of shit. Like,
Man, don't even get me started on George
For real. I know.
People
let's
never
not go there.
finish those books.
the Night King shit was like ended in one episode. Like, that was crazy. Like, you build up an entire series for that one episode? 8 seasons?
I'm gonna have to get severed just thinking about it right now, dude.
I'm gonna have to get severed to pretend it never happened.
For
Give
real.
a call to Cobell. Call Cobell real quick.
For real. I want to point out one little, or I guess I want to do my little send off before getting out of here real quick. I just want to say, everyone's asking, what is Mark doing, or why did he go back down there? I'll tell you why. Waffle party, yo. 100% complete. Give me it.
I couldn't hear what you said, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it not come through? My bad. Can you hear
It
me?
was like choppy or something.
Oh, shit. Can you hear me now?
But yo, check it out. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it live. We're going to do another panel. Don't worry. We're going to do another panel.
Yeah.
I think Joy gave us something to really think about at the end, and we'll get on that. You know what I'm saying? I got to go ahead and get started on my recap video. And yeah, I appreciate all of you for coming through. I appreciate you, Joy, Blue Piece, Fool Pyramid.
Thank you.
Harry and Demo for coming through. Appreciate all of you. Just a little something to think about while we wait on the next episode. That is all for the live stream this evening and the wellness session. We will catch you in the next.
That's one of your dope tracks on the way out.
Sure, no problem. Let's do it. I'll put what was I said I wasn't gonna play Glock and Move no more until it's out, but I will play this one.
designer shirt. My mind is squirt, some rhyme work that'll make your sinus hurt. Buckle your seat while the pilot work. My spacecraft got enough gas that'll take you out of this earth. I'm magic with the pen and paper like a warlock. The window pane's wide open, but the door's locked. So you looking through the window for it in your window, but do they really have the skill to analyze the symbol? Crescendo, the ashes blow when the wind blow. The rain put out the fire while the children build a temple. Just like the pyramids, walls and scribble, a projection in the sky of the messiahs on your mental. Monumental and extraterrestrial, turning these niggas into mental vegetables. It's kinda crazy how I ride on instrumentals as I slice like a Ginsu with the vibe I put in. You listen. is not a double life. It's just a new beginning. The magic is to focus on our goals till we're winning. I'd rather have a portrait of myself up on the ceiling. I could lay down on the floor, look up and visualize the millions. Imagine that. Do you see the picture clearly? Focusing on working with me. You could get this money with me. We could take over the world and put the trophies in the city, the plaques on the wall, and have a feast of who was with me. Yeah, last week was just the past, right? A new beginning. I've been up for all these past nights, and all these people that I knew just seem to pass by. They stuck on stupid worry about their past lives, and I just ask why. Are they agents? Is the system about to crash? Am I the one like in the Matrix? Is the planets in the heavens? Then the earth is just a spaceship. Our thoughts control reality, and life is what you make it.